This is the Wii Viewer!
And the little Wii Viewer.
And the littlest Wii Viewer.
And we're all going to review
Runbow.
For the WiiU Eshop.
So, we're all doing this one. Yay! Because we all played it. Multiplayer, even. This is a platformer. An interesting twist on a platformer, I would say. What did you guys think overall of Runbow?
It's a very good game.
It was interesting.
The levels felt different every time. I think there were some control issues, but we'll get into that. Let's start with the graphics.
I think they're pretty charming.
Yeah. It's got a weird art style to it. Plus, there's a lot of characters to choose from.
From a lot of indie titles.
They must have gone to them like, please let us have your people.
Or maybe they just want the indies to group up.
You guys like playing as Shovel Knight, huh?
I like playing as Rusty, actually.
I like Shovel Knight.
They all play exactly the same. It's just a skin. So the single player game has an adventure mode where you're basically going up a grid or to the side or all around.
You're going around a grid.
Actually, it wasn't half bad. I thought it was going to be worse. For multiplayer focused games like this one, usually the single player feels tacked on, but no, I feel like this was pretty good.
Yeah, it basically gave you an idea of what to do in the multiplayer. It wasn't always platforming. Sometimes it was collect the coin, beat an enemy, get to the end as quickly as you can.
You do that by platforming.
Well, yeah, but what I mean is platforming usually means, get to the goal. Sometimes the goal is right in front of you. Now, when you go from space to space, there's different colors that show you how much harder it could be. Like red is the hardest to go on.
Purple is the hardest. Those are the boss stages. It goes green, yellow, red, purple.
Well, purple doesn't count because it's a boss stage. The whole gimmick of this thing is that the background changes and the platforms that you step on disappear depending on the color of the background.
This isn't exactly a new idea. I've seen it be done before in quite a few Flash games, but it's still a really cool idea.
Yeah, it's done very well. It's not always 3 colors. Sometimes it's actually just 2.
Sometimes you have things that will change the colors independently from the overall level, such as a waterfall.
Sometimes there's like spotlights moving by, which creates a whole nother conundrum because there's stuff that you can only go through in orange.
That was a clever way to do the platforming because you got to think in your head, okay, this one's going away, I better make a jump before it goes away. That sort of stuff. Then there's another single player mode called Behemoth, where you're constantly running through much more and more difficult levels.
It's actually called a Bohemoth.
It's Behemoth.
Bohemoth, not
Right.
Behemoth.
Behemoth, that's what I said.
You said Behemoth, not Bohemoth.
Oh, whatever. What'd you think, Littlest?
It's a pun!
It was difficult sometimes.
It counted the amount of deaths you had, and you got a lot. But you did way better than I did.
It's also like one continuous stage.
It's a endurance round. There's also a multiplayer mode. Well, technically there's an online mode, but since no one's on it at all, it doesn't matter. We couldn't test it. I tried everything in the online and no way to test it. Now there's actually 4 multiplayer modes that you could do with up to, 8, 9 people?
9 in total.
Jeez, that's a lot of Wiimotes. How do you do that? I mean, Wiimotes only go up to 4.
No, they can go higher.
Can it?
Yeah, the Wii U kind of cheats it a little.
Okay. So those 4 multiplayer modes are get ready to run, step into the arena, all hail the king of the hill, and defeat the color master. What do you think was your favorite of those?
Run was definitely the best.
I think arena. That one was more like a fighter. I'm not that good at this game, so to me it was a lot more fun to fight. Let's start with run. That's basically just a single player game, but with many people trying to get to the end. There's special moves you could do.
It's pretty much the core gameplay of the game, and it's plays the best because of it. The game was more balanced towards run than anything else.
I could have done without those special attacks, but I know you can turn them off, but I don't really see how it helped with anything.
Depends on the stage. Some are like based off of the power-ups. King one is where you had to hold the spot for like 7 seconds. The arena one is where you had to just one arena and you die and it's over.
The arena is basically just a defeat the opponent thing. The last man standing wins.
Yeah, it wasn't very fun. It ended too quickly. The stages were okay.
But then there's King of the Hill, which is a lot of the same, but you're just trying to get on a spot for a long period of time.
Well, you just stood there and you just kind of engaged in nothing. And when they got there, they knock you off and then you just die and you do the whole process over again and see the last man standing. It just doesn't function well.
Then there's Color Master, the one I hated the most, which has you playing against the person on the gamepad.
Yeah, playing the gamepad is a lot more fun than being the victims of them.
Because you can throw things at them, like special attacks.
They're not cheap if they're supposed to be unfair.
No, that's not true.
I guess you're supposed to overcome the cheapness of it.
If you play this with more players, like, it's like 5 people against 1, and you kind of can't, like, micromanage all of them at once. Playing against, like, the 2 of you was a lot easier because I could just stun you both and then bomb you and then over.
They should have a limit to what you can do.
They do. There's cooldowns on everything.
Yeah, like a choice of 9 things to do.
Most of them were like just pick the color to block out. You can also like use special powers, like put yourself in the game to punch them and stuff like that.
Now, while we did say that this is the multiplayer, the single player can actually be played in multiplayer too. So, single player isn't really a single player.
It's co-op, so it's
Yeah.
not really like fighting for anything. Other than online, it's the only actual thing you can do while alone.
So, what do you think about the controls?
Controls are fine.
No, they weren't.
Yes, they were.
Controls were fine.
Oh, come on. That power move where you have to do a forward or an upward dash, well, I thought the controls were a little bit hard to understand when it came to doing that power move.
I think you're just bad at games.
Well, I'm bad at this game, that's for sure, but that was my only real complaint about the controls, was that power move.
I mean, there are times where you're, especially in Arena and especially in King of the Hill with small platforms, where you're trying to punch them off the platform, and since your second attack will always charge you forward, you just go plummeting to your doom. They probably should have made the attack forward, like just the attack button in the direction you want to dash, instead of, pressing the button twice.
I agree.
Well, other than that, the controls were fine.
I find the upward dash useful for helping out your jumps, by the way. It's like a triple jump of sorts.
In case you miss. So, Runbow, littlest reviewer, would you buy, sail, or skip? It's $14.99 normally.
Depends on if you're going to play with other people or not.
This is definitely a party game to you?
I don't feel like the single player things are that deep, so don't buy it at least at full price if you aren't going to play with other people.
So, sail?
Sale if you're going to play alone, and buy if you want to play this game with other people.
So, little reviewer, would you buy, sail, or skip?
I would buy this game. I really enjoyed this game while playing it. Its gimmick was fun, the multiplayer was great. Just the modes that you get with it is pretty good for the price. Personally, I think it's like barely worth $15, but it makes the mark for me.
Well, I actually disagree. I think it's a sale. I think Littlest Reviewer is right. I think $10 is probably a better price because there's no online mode. In theory, there's an online mode, but if nobody's ever in it, well then who cares? There is no online mode. The single player game wasn't very deep, like you mentioned, and unless you have a bunch of friends, this game really is going to sit on your shelf and not do much because it could be fun for a couple hours and then you're done with it.
Sit on your virtual shelf.
Yeah, it's my virtual shelf. So I say wait for it to go on sale for like $10. Well, that's our review of Runbow. Let's check out our last review of Pokken Tournament.
Or check out a classic review of I've Gotta Run.
Like always, you can follow me at Twitter at WiiViewer. Thank you guys so much for watching our video.